And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now the left hand. And she's showing off now.
Starting to melt under this assault. Beautiful stuff from Ditcheva.
F***King Savage. That's the only way to describe what Dakota Ditcheva just did at PFL Champion Series in Cape Town. She didn't just beat Sumiko Inaba. She broke her rhythm, controlled the pace, and turned a dangerous opponent into target practice. Now fans everywhere are asking one massive question. Could Dakota Ditcheva beat every woman in the UFC right now? This wasn't some easy showcase fight. Sumiko Inaba came in with momentum, confidence, and a strong reputation. She had already proven herself as a serious threat with an aggressive style and real finishing ability. Many expected her to test Dakota, maybe even push her into a war. Instead, Dakota made it look like a striking masterclass. From the opening moments, Inaba tried to pressure forward and force exchanges. Dakota stayed calm, used distance perfectly, then stepped into the clinch where the damage began. Sharp knees to the body, brutal elbows inside, fast combinations as soon as they separated. Every sequence looked clean, calculated, and violent. It felt like watching someone operate.
And Ditcheva beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right hand!
Trouble.
And that does it! First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
On a different level. Dakota wasn't reacting. She was controlling everything. She read the entries, countered the pressure, and punished mistakes instantly. Inaba kept trying, but every attempt seemed to lead into another trap. That's why the fan reaction exploded after the fight. Social media instantly filled with comments saying Dakota could beat most of the UFC flyweights. Others demanded an immediate super fight with Valentina Shevchenko. Some even claimed only Amanda Nunes at her peak could survive that version of Dakota. And honestly, it's easy to understand the hype. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just undefeated. She has built one of the most dangerous records in women's MMA. She already captured major titles, dominated the European scene, then moved into global competition and kept winning. Names like Lisa Malden, Chelsea Hackett, Jenna Bishop, Tyla Santos, and now Sumiko Inaba have all felt the pressure of her rise. What makes Dakota different is the way she wins. Many prospects collect decisions and play it safe. Dakota hunts damage. She uses elite Muay Thai fundamentals, explosive speed, and the confidence of someone who expects to finish people. When she gets momentum, opponents often look overwhelmed. But let's be real for a second. Not everyone was fully satisfied. Some critics pointed out that Dakota had a long layoff before this performance. Between sponsorships, media attention, appearances, and time away from competition, expectations became even higher. Fans wanted a devastating stoppage. They wanted another viral finish. They wanted proof that the hype train had no brakes. Instead, they got domination without a finish. For most fighters, that would still be a huge statement. But when you're promoted as a future GOAT, people judge differently. They don't ask if you won. They ask why you didn't destroy the opponent faster. That's the burden of superstardom. Still, there's another side to that argument. Elite fighters don't always need reckless finishes. Sometimes showing control, patience, and discipline is just as dangerous. Dakota proved she can outclass someone over rounds, stay composed, and break opponents down methodically. That matters at championship level. Now the biggest conversation is obvious. Valentina Shevchenko. 4 years, Valentina has represented technical greatness at flyweight. Her timing, IQ, kicking game, and championship composure made her the queen of the division. If Dakota wants to become undeniable, many believe she must eventually face someone like Valentina. And stylistically, that matchup is fascinating. Valentina brings experience, composure, and elite counters. Dakota brings youth, pressure, volume, and size. One is the established legend. The other is the fast-rising storm. It would be precision versus chaos, patience versus momentum. Then there's the Amanda Nunes question. Even retired, Amanda's name still hovers over every women's MMA greatness debate. She beat champions across divisions and crushed legends. Many fans believe Prime Amanda would be the hardest test for Dakota because of her power, wrestling, and killer instinct. That's how high Dakota's stock has risen. She's no longer being compared to prospects. She's being compared to all-time greats. Another important factor is promotion politics. Dakota is doing all of this outside the UFC. That alone creates frustration among fans. Many feel the deepest competition still lives inside the UFC roster. Names like Valentina, Erin Blanchfield, Zhang Weili, Rose Namajunas, Tatiana Suarez, and others are where true legacy fights happen. That's why people keep calling for cross-promotion or a contract move. Because if Dakota keeps dominating outside the UFC, questions will never stop. People will always ask how she matches up with the best inside the octagon. Fair or unfair, that's the reality of MMA narratives. There's also another growing storyline. Laura Sanko and analysts openly praising Dakota's potential. When respected voices in the sport start talking about a fighter's ceiling, fans listen. And more importantly, matchmakers listen. The attention is real now. But every rising star faces danger. Sometimes hype becomes a curse. The more dominant you look, the more impossible expectations become. A close fight becomes exposed. A decision win becomes disappointing. A normal performance becomes decline. Dakota is entering that zone now, where winning alone may not satisfy anyone. That can destroy careers if handled badly. The smart move for Dakota is simple. Stay active, keep improving grappling, sharpen wrestling defense, and demand the biggest names possible. Because striking alone won't answer every future question. Sooner or later, someone will try to drag her into deep waters. And if she handles that too, then the fear around her becomes real. What happened to Sumiko Inaba was more than a win. It was a warning shot to every division in women's MMA. Dakota Ditcheva isn't chasing attention anymore. Attention is chasing her. She has the look, the style, the record, and the violence fans love. But now comes the hardest part of great weakness, proving it against legends. So here's the real question. Does Dakota Ditcheva become the next global superstar? In women's MMA? Or does someone like Valentina, Suarez, or returning Amanda stop the rise before it reaches the top? One thing is certain. She isn't coming to join the party. She's coming to take over. King Savage. That's the only way to describe what Dakota Ditcheva just did at PFL Champion Series in Cape Town. She didn't just beat Sumiko Inaba. She broke her rhythm, controlled the pace, and turned a dangerous opponent into target practice. Now fans everywhere are asking one massive question. Could Dakota Ditcheva beat every woman in the UFC right now? This wasn't some easy showcase fight. Sumiko Inaba came in with momentum, confidence, and a strong reputation. She had already proven herself as a serious threat with an aggressive style and real finishing ability. Many expected her to test Dakota, maybe even push her into a war. Instead, Dakota made it look like a striking masterclass. From the opening moments, Inaba tried to pressure forward and force exchanges. Dakota stayed calm, used distance perfectly, then stepped into the clinch where the damage began. Sharp knees to the body, brutal elbows inside, fast combinations as soon as they separated. Every sequence looked clean, calculated, and violent. It felt like watching someone operate on a different level. Dakota wasn't reacting.